And Thursday Night Lights from Autaugaville High School. Quite a performance from 1A Maplesville as they knock off Autaugaville 42-6 in a battle from 1A Region 4. Mickey Shadricks and Gerhard Mathangani with you. A very complete game by Maplesville offensively, defensively, and special teams tonight.
If you're Coach Abbott, you have to be really pleased with the way your team performed. Of course, not pleased the way it started, even though Maplesville got the first fumble of the game. Moments later, they fumbled the football. About the only mistake this offense made throughout the course of the game. Nice play and return there by Antonio Hardy Jr., getting the scoring going for Autaugaville, but the Eagles would only have those points on the board to show for the entire game. Brady Harrison, a guy we spotlighted at the beginning of the game, really made his mark in the game, establishing the run there with a long run, touchdown run. Jacavian Jackson got in the mix, scoring his first touchdown of the game. The defense really did well and helping set up the offense with short fields. Harrison, Jackson, as well as Jonathan Wilson all had great games running the ball out of the backfield. Harrison scoring a touchdown here. The backbreaker was the onside kick, and returned there by Maplesville, recovered by Maplesville, into the end zone with the Red Devils once again, with Jackson scoring his second touchdown of the game. A pair of touchdowns for both Jackson and Harrison. They sat at 28 points at the half, 28-6 lead. Special teams, as you just mentioned, playing really well for Maplesville going into this one. And then in the third and fourth quarters, it's using your team to really put the finishing blow on this football team from Autaugaville, and that's exactly what they did. A really dominating performance all the way around.
We're joined again by Coach Abbott of Maplesville. Coach, we mentioned at halftime how much your offensive line had dominated that first half, and really when you look at this game, it was your ability to basically move the line of scrimmage at the snap, and Brady Harrison running behind those big linemen. You just controlled the game from start to finish.
Yes, sir, and we've done that all year, and of course, it's we don't try to hide. I mean, we're not flashy. That's how we play. We just line up. We have to move people off line of scrimmage, and Brady gets behind those big old boys, and he just runs hard for 4 quarters. All of them just play hard for 4 quarters.
We talked about Harrison at the beginning of the game and then at halftime, and we talked about him just a second ago, but you also have a nice little complement there of skill players to go along with that really intense offensive line. We talked about the offensive line and gave them a big shout out there in the first half. But guys like Jackson and guys like Gill that were able to come up with big plays, also Wilson, just tell us a little bit about the array of talent you have and being able to spread it out. That way it's not all on Brady Harrison's shoulders.
You know, Brady establishes that middle dominance, and then of course that gives people like Jacavian and Juicy Wilson and Britton Worrell and like you said, Coleman Gill opportunities to get in there and do what they do best, which is kind of a slash and dash type of run game that we can also add to the equation. So yes, their athleticism makes that whole thing a little bit more dangerous to try to stop, definitely.
Coach, before we let you go, just want to ask you about Jacavian Jackson's condition. I know he had a couple of touchdown runs tonight, but he injured, I think, a lower leg injury and went out of the game, tried to come back in. Is he okay?
Yeah, sir, he's fine, and he had a sprained ankle. Of course, he came back in himself, and when he said he was ready to go, he's one of the toughest kids that we have on our football team. So we let him go that last play down here on the 5. But when we went in the dressing room, we kind of analyzed where we were at in the game and, what we have left, hopefully, to play for. We decided it would be best just to let him ice that thing on the sideline and just get ready for the playoffs in 2 weeks.
Well, Coach, congratulations. You remain unbeaten at 9-0, and look forward to watching you the rest of the way and obviously in the postseason, which is right around the corner.
Oh, yes, sir. We sure do. And appreciate y'all coming out and giving us the opportunity to play on TV. It's a big honor for these kids to be able to do this. It's something they'll never forget. We appreciate y'all and all y'all do promoting high school sports.
6 rushing touchdowns in the game for Coach Abbott's team tonight. 3 from this young man, Brady Harrison, as Maplesville improves to 9-0 on the season.